What about now? Oh, I think you guys could hear me. What about now? Great success. All right. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I think you guys could hear me. I have some coffee with me, which I desperately need. Oh, it's really quiet. Okay, let me turn it up. Or maybe I should go closer to the mic. All right. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I think you guys could hear me. Ah, you could also hear. Hello. You guys can see how messy my desk is. Today we continue part 2 of this build. I want to add some grommet holes, but I don't have a drill, like a saw hole, a hole saw, whatever you call it. Basically, you attach it to a drill, and then you could create like a 3.5 inch in diameter hole, which I really want to do so that we could route wires through it. But I don't have that right now. I should probably go to the hardware store later. How's life? Life is pretty good. Thanks for asking. Nobody asks that enough. I would rent one if they didn't stop. So there's like one hardware, maybe 2 hardware stores close to me, and they don't rent anymore because of COVID. So I can't do it. Unfortunate, but true. Benson says RIP. That is very true. Hello, IK. Anyway, I haven't even taken a sip of my coffee. Today we are going to add some polyurethane at the top after I drink my coffee because I don't think those two mix. Let me just adjust this a little bit. But I don't. I'm just gonna poison myself. It's fine. I'll survive. Hopefully. I don't think the smell is that bad. Like, or make my house smell. I don't think the smell is that bad. Although I have my room, I'm gonna have a roommate today, which I am super excited about. It's been way too lonely in Shea Bea. Way too lonely. So I'm very excited to have a roommate come tonight. And I should probably clean up my mess. Galaxy Tracker said, what is that? I don't know what emoji that. Oh, it's a cool cat. It's a cool kitty. That's me. No, it's really not. I would open a window if my windows weren't like 10 feet tall. Look at that. Look at that thing. I don't think I could even attempt to open a window. Why is this off? Pratik says, table struggle daily, but awesome setup build up. Thank you. Really appreciate it. The worst part about this setup build up is that it's not even mine. I'm building it for someone else. So, they better appreciate it. So I never used to, like, I didn't drink coffee prior to like this pandemic. I kind of drank it, but not really. Um, and I would always need a lot of milk and like at least a packet of sugar. But times have changed. I have grown as a person. I have gotten more. Is this more mature? I've had like when I was in high school, there were 16-year-old kids loading themselves up with like 5 cups of Starbucks a day. So it's probably not a mature thing. It's just I finally decided that it's probably time to see what coffee really tastes like. And now I can tell the difference, and I like black coffee. So it's great. I still want a latte machine though. Adulting 101. This is Adulting 101. Literally me spending so much time trying to like pick out furniture, build furniture, paint the walls. There was a leak in my ceiling the other day or the other week. Nightmare. Had to deal with the HOA. That's adulting. How do I make my how do I make my coffee? I take one of those Keurig cups, stick it in. That's how I make my coffee. I used to have like to kind of my mom buys all my appliances for me. Thank God for her. I wouldn't survive this pandemic. She knew that I would be too lazy to learn how to cook, to go through the whole process of making coffee. So she got me one of those 1-cup makers. Initially, she got me 2 for some reason. The first one I had to kind of like scoop, and I just use McDonald's coffee and it just makes 1 cup since I'm alone. And then the second one she got me, for some reason she shipped me another one, and it was one of those coffee packets. So that's what I did. And so that's what I'm using right now. The thing about that is that I feel like it's bad for the environment, so I'm not too fond of that. I'm thinking about just going back to the whole like scoop it up kind of thing. Wow, great friend building machine for someone. Ask him or her latte machine gift. That's a great idea. It's a great idea. I am a great friend. That is 100% true. That thing is like freaking heavier than I am. Looks good though. Looks good. It technically looks a little worse than mine, which is how it's intended. Here until I finish my coffee. I'm also avoiding doing more work into it. Dylan Docker is asking what mic I am using. I am using a Blue Yeti Nano. Right here. Oh, you guys can't see it. It doesn't extend far enough. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought we were going somewhere with that. I could move my camera, but that requires, you know what? Well, I can't say a bad word at this stream. It's not kid friendly. I don't even know what kids would be watching. Oh, do you see that? Oh, there's that Blue Yeti Nano. Right there. There's my lightning bolt. I need a Pikachu in here. There's me. Is that adjusting well? Probably. I want to get that. Oh yes. I feel like I'm like doing like one of those interviews. Do you know the dimensions of the desk? Yes, I do. The dimensions of the desk is 74 inches long, 39 inches in depth, and 1.5 inches in height. Massive. An absolute unit, as you kids like to say, I think. I think that's what you say. I can't even keep up anymore. Noob Dude TV asks, are those leaves on the wall real or plastic? Oh, I'm so glad you think it's real. It's 100% plastic. I don't like to get too close to it. Then I get disappointed. I should probably post this on Instagram. What do I do? How do I social media? Thoughts on standing desks. I will do that. I will tell you my thoughts as soon as I post this on Instagram. Twitch. Thoughts on standing desks. I like it. I mean, I'm on one, like this is a standing desk right now. Let me just do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of that. Started with a kiss. I think that's how the song goes. That was Izzy says Amazon for the win. Why would you say that? Why Amazon? I mean, I get a lot of stuff on Amazon if that's what you're asking. You know, this really bothers me. I'm trying to read your chat messages, but because I haven't activated Windows yet, so some of them are getting blocked. This is. Let me just make the screen smaller. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my cheap ass refuses to pay for it right now. Oh crap! What did I do? Oh, that's a very peaceful. How do you plan your, Pratik asks, how do you plan your daily dev job and life balance? I started a dev job this year, but end up sleeping in free time. What do you mean by plan your daily dev job, I guess? No, you wake up, you kind of do what you need to do. Put some PRs up, write some docs, and then once the day is done, the day is done. But yeah, no, I get it. I mean, at one point I was working like 12 hours a day. That wasn't healthy. It's just that you get, because of the pandemic, what happens is that you just lose track of time, and then you just want to finish whatever task you're on. And I don't like sleeping before I finish a task. I don't like finishing something halfway, so you get really caught up in it, and then it takes a toll on you. You do that for like 2 months, and then you might get really burnt out, and then you try to scale back a little bit, and that's what I semi ended up doing. But then I found out that I just had way too much free time. Maybe you have friends. That's the thing. Like out here, I'm literally by myself, so I just have so much time. Like I can't seem to fill it. Oh yes, that was Izzy says, I thought you got the leaves from Amazon. 100. Yes, I got the leaves from Amazon. Dylan Docker asks, are you using Restream for multi-streaming? No, I'm using Streamlabs. Again, I guess Amazon further. Does Amazon own Streamlabs? No, it's Streamlabs OBS. They have a partnership with Streamlabs. Who here works at Twitch? Anybody here? Anybody here working at Twitch? If you're interested in working at Twitch, I think you have to reapply from within Amazon. Like even if you work at Amazon, you still have to do an interview at Twitch. I'm like avoiding doing work. Oh, let me put this down again. When will I finish my coffee? I like to take my time with this. What are the toxic effects of like inhaling paint? Like, will I die? I mean, I haven't died yet after building this one. So hopefully I'll survive. If I die, maybe I'll get more viewers. No, I'm kidding. No. Let's not do that. I want to live. I want to live to see another day. Dylan Docker asks, what are the biggest differences between UBC and U of T plus Waterloo? Well, U of T and Waterloo are completely different schools. I don't know too much about U of T. I don't often meet people out here from U of T. I do often meet people from Waterloo though. There's a lot of Waterloo kids out here in San Francisco. I think the biggest difference about UBC and University of Waterloo, I think on average, you'll see a lot more like Waterloo kids out here, and they're really good on average. And I think that's because of just their competitive culture of like software engineering. I think their classes are like super duper hard, unnecessarily hard. I think from the people I've talked to, they've said so. I think UBC is definitely a lot more chill. I don't think we have like a software engineer major stream. It's definitely more theory heavy. They don't provide a lot of support. So Waterloo has like this internship program where for 4 months you go to school, another 4 months you do, so 16 weeks, you do an internship, and in the end I think you do like 6 internships in the end of it. So a lot of people go to Waterloo for that program specifically, so they could just do a bunch of internships, and they want to get in all the big ones. And that's why I guess you also see a lot of Waterloo kids out here in San Francisco. I definitely see a lot less UBC kids. I kind of ended up doing a Waterloo-esque thing because I ended up doing like 5 internships. I didn't do 4 months. I just did like 5 in a row, pretty much. And at one point I was going to school and doing an internship at the same time. So there was that. But like, it's not necessary to do that many internships. Like I truly do not think it's necessary. I think once you have 2 internships, that's probably enough. But what happened was that I liked all the teams that I was going into, so I ended up just accepting a bunch of them. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I think it's probably better for you to just go into the workforce earlier. Sound is too weak. Is that true? Should I go closer? No, let me just turn up the sound. Is this better? Like, how is this? Is this better? Ooh, I'm sorry, I just bumped my head. UBC also costly tuition, Waterloo great network and opportunities according to my research. I want to go there for my master's one day. UBC is costly, not for. Are you an international student? It might be if you're an international student, but for me, it definitely wasn't costly. I think per year UBC is like between like 5 or 6K Canadian. So, is Waterloo cheaper than that? I would be shocked. Waterloo would 100% get it. Waterloo would have a great network and opportunities, but it's also like what you make of it as well. So, I mean, for me, my perspective is that no matter what, you can make a great network if you reach out to people. Like, I had a girl reach out to me over LinkedIn, and she had no experience whatsoever at any company, and she went to like this school that she felt like was a no-name school, but she had a great GPA. I looked through her resume, looked through her projects, we worked through her resume together. I set her up with a bunch of interviews. One of them is watching this right now, actually. So Benson actually helped out. I set her up with interviews with Benson, who works at Amazon. I interviewed her. My friend Daniel from Google interviewed her, and we all just practice interviewed her, and then she like got her first internship at Microsoft, which was crazy. So she got accepted in Microsoft, and she just let me know that she actually accepted an internship offer at Facebook. And this is someone, she was in her junior year and she had no experience, but it's just like, you know, when you reach out to people and kind of like have the experience to back it up. So what was really frustrating to me, I guess, about her experience is that it wasn't that she lacked talent. She had it. She had all the cards there. She had great projects. She had a great, like a GPA is not necessary, but it just showed me that, you know, she works hard and she does well in school. But the issue was that she didn't know how to interview. She didn't know that she had to apply to a bunch of different places. She didn't know, I hate to say this word, but it's almost like a game. And you kind of need that network to like know how to like apply to all these places. And then in the end, she got it, which is just crazy. Napcat says, "Hey, you're back." Yes, I am. And Steph Curry GOAT. Is that still true? Steph Curry GOAT, probably. Why didn't you go work for FB full time after interning there? I didn't want to. I think for me it was like between, so I was trying to decide between like 3 different companies at that point. And Facebook, I definitely thought about it. Like their offer was really good. And if you know anything about like a Facebook offer and signing bonus, it seems insane. But at the end of the day, Airbnb offered more. Like they just offered more on the table. I enjoyed, if you're talking like monetary wise, and also they were about to IPO, so they were a pre-IPO company. Facebook was already IPO'd. And then there's like a matter of culture. Facebook is like a very large company. Like it's massive. I worked at Facebook, I worked at Amazon. They're both very, very large, and I just felt like it wasn't exactly for me. It was just very, very big. So I ended up choosing Airbnb. What's a good resource to nail interviews? LeetCode? Just practice a lot of LeetCode. Oh yeah, something I want to mention about that girl is that, like, yes, like we interviewed her and we practiced, yes, we interviewed her. Like we did a bunch of practice interviews and mock interviews, but she did like a ridiculous amount of questions, and it's all her. Like she's the one who worked hard to answer all those questions, you know, in between school, in between midterms. Like it was crazy. So it was all her. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you need. Just practice a lot of like questions until you're super sorry, I have trouble saying that word. Until you're like super comfortable, and then you know, from there, just it's about like fixing the nerves. Ramos Steries says, I don't have a GPA, but I do run a SaaS company and it is making a lot of profit. Do you think you could hook me up with a good job? I have everything settled on the company from developers, etc. Wait, I'm confused. If you run a SaaS company, why are you asking for a job? Napcat says, I didn't think I'd see you again for another 3 years. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, like to me this is fun. And if I'm not enjoying it, then I just stop doing it. And I was also really busy. Because, oh, I hate that word. I hate saying that I'm busy. I'm sorry. But I didn't have my setup because I moved again. And then now I finally have a desk and I got to set everything up again. So I'm on my desk right now and then I have to build my boyfriend's desk. Ramos Stereo says, and I'm like free all time and want something to do. If you want something to do, you could, I don't know, like learn something new. Start a new hobby. Cesar, is it Cesar? Cesar Decal? Are you working at Airbnb full time now? Yes, I currently am. Jerbar Gaming says hello. Hello. Steve says, as I said, nothing to do and I want new challenges. Oh, then, I don't know, go on AngelList, look for some startups, go on Hacker News, look for some startups, ask them if they do, like, if, you know, there's contract work to be done, and look for something that lines up with your experiences, or if you want a challenge, go into something completely new and see if they could invest in you learning that thing. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of companies looking just for, like, part-time people to spend X amount of hours per week to just build their thing. So you could try that. Steph Curry Goat said, wait, who is your boyfriend? His name is Luca. That's my boyfriend. I don't know, like, who is he? Like, who is he as a person? Like, is he a kind, nice, like, what do you mean by who is he? What are you trying to know? David Abar says, oh, Sammy! Hi, Sammy! Hi to my one girlfriend in San Francisco. Wait, no, I have two now. I need more girlfriends in San Francisco. So Sam and I were talking about like going on Bumble BFF. I should do it, honestly. We need more girls out. I need more girlfriends. That's what I need. Isaac Fang is asking, are you still at Twitter? No, I entered at Twitter, but I didn't accept their full-time offer. I instead went to Airbnb. Cesar Decal says, nice, how was your experience at Twitter Cortex? BTW, it was great. I love Twitter Cortex. I enjoyed the work that I was doing. I had a great intern manager. I had a great manager. I have some friends that I still contact with. Twitter Cortex was much smaller when I first started. And now it's like this, I think it's like over 100 people organization. When I just started, we called it like an aquarium, because we were in one of those glass meeting rooms and we could actually still fit in there. So it was small. But we were in that was the Twitter Cortex San Francisco. But I loved Twitter. It was great. Everyone was so supportive. And like really talented, which I love. Nightcat says, how's the side project you were working on to teach coding? It's still happening. Again, I'm like trying to take my time with these things and trying not to pressure myself. I could show you guys if you like. There's some stuff on there already, so if, well, maybe I'll show you. Let's try to see. let's see. Window capture, add source, and use source instead, add source. Do you guys see this? This is what I've been working on, and you know, it's kind of cute. It takes time because I have to draw all the content and all the animations, and then obviously I also built this entire website. There's like a public section right now. I wanted to make parts of it public. So if we just look here, you know, I have to draw all these animations pretty much by hand. And then if you sign in, let's see, sorry, just give me one moment to like sign in. Strange. What's been going on with this? Okay, my keyboard is not working anymore. That's weird. All right. I guess you guys can't see that anymore. Yeah, so this is like essentially, you know, like it takes some time because again, I have to draw all this, then I have to write the code for all of this. Obviously there's parts where the CSS is off, but so far it's been looking all right. Like if you take a look at, I don't know, graphs DFS, you could take a look at this and just go back right there. And then there are also like different questions. Graphs introduction, or do we have questions here already? Yeah, so you could start doing a bunch of questions. Obviously I was inspired by Duolingo a little bit, but again, doing this takes, I'm trying to like, I really want it to be good before I like actually put it out there. But I'm excited, you know, when I finish, I'll be excited to actually like properly share it. And it's been a fun process so far. So most of the content here was written by Luca, and then I coded the entire thing and drawing the entire thing. That's how we've set it up. Cool. Okay. Oh, I missed so many questions. Where am I at now? This is great though. Thank you for asking all these questions. The video quality is shockingly bad. I'm sorry. Is it really that bad? Like, I thought I had it down. Oh, Diane Parmer said he got my book today. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Wait, I want to show you guys my book. Alrighty. Alright, so I've been drawing comics, and so this is kind of like the box that you get when you order a comic. And then here is the, sorry if it's flipped, this is how I set it up. And here's like a comic that I've made. I draw comics for fun. There's a lot of things that I like to do for fun, and one of them is drawing. And I can't say that I'm good at it, but I have some like, yeah, I have some comics. This is probably the most popular one that I show a lot. But I don't know if that's my favorite one though. But yeah, get my book if you can, and get a cute box that goes along with it. Do you feel like you'll go back to Canada in the long term or stay in the US? I feel a lot of my friends say they ultimately want to work a few years and then return. Yeah, I hear that a lot. I definitely hear that a lot. I don't know. Like my family is in Canada still, but I don't know. It might be a while before I actually go back to Vancouver. That's what I thought I would do as well. I genuinely thought that. But now I have a house. So I think I'm here for a while now. Ramos Series says 1.5 years sub on YouTube, and I just found out you have Twitch. Sounds like fun. Thanks. Thanks. Link it to your YouTube about your info. Oh, okay. I will, I guess. I'm not really good with all this stuff. Can only hear audio in left ear. How do I fix this? How do I fix this, my friends? Property. Yeah, I'll have to like look into it after this stream is over. Only on YouTube it's bad. I'm sorry. Like, I don't. It's Streamlabs's fault. I'm sorry. Thank you for saying Art of Arnold. Thank you for saying that they're cute illustrations. Thanks. Yeah, I definitely draw cutesy. I think cutesy is a lot easier than trying to make anything look realistic. So I've done that. But to me, the drawing is like a medium for the dialogue and kind of like the humor that I want to show for these books. So I can't say that like I'm a master drawer or whatever. Honestly, sometimes I wish someone else could draw it, so I feel like, I don't know. Just because I see so many talented artists, and like, oh, it could look a lot more polished if someone else drew it. Where do we order? It's on Etsy. If you go on my Instagram, Coderbea, there should be like a link in bio there, and you could take a look. Thank you for asking. What's your opinion on USF? Is it, I guess, reputable? Is it a reputable Union Bay Area tech scene? I'd imagine so. I'm not too familiar with USF. Nayan Parmar says, I'm studying software engineering, and social media accounts like yours motivate and inspire me. Thank you. Like, nothing feels better than someone saying, oh, like, I don't, like, it makes me so happy. Like, I can't believe it. Like, to me, it's all you guys, all your friends, and I literally don't have anything to do with it, but it's very sweet when I get messages saying they got an internship, or, you know, they feel inspired or motivated to start something because of that. That's very kind. Thank you, Nayan. James Matthews says, just thought I would say hello. Hi, James. Nowcat says, you have a house now, yay, no more small apartment. Yes. Yeah, I kind of like, so here's the thing, like, I don't like big houses. I don't think I could ever live in a big house. Like, it's just not, it feels too empty and doesn't feel warm. And I like having a small-ish space. I just want enough space. And my tiny apartment was just not enough. But now it's like way more than enough. Way more. Ram says hi. Bea. Hi, Ram. HWBUK says press F if you hate LeetCode. F. F so many times. We're gonna hate LeetCode. Ramasteria says Canadian 1895. Yeah, so it's, here's the thing. I need to figure out a way to like distribute these properly, and also I only print like a small batch, so they're quite pricey. Like if I knew that I would like get a lot of people buying it, which I highly doubt, I would have gone a bunch and be able to put it at a lower price point. But I don't think it's bad right now. Like I think like $14.50 USD. You know, mugs on Etsy sell for like $20, $25. So I don't know. Yes, Bogwart's Instapage is great. I like it. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Late Night with JS, which is Eddie Jimenez, who's been following Bogwart's for a while now and is super supportive. Says, Altair is amazing. You do an amazing job. Thank you, Eddie. Napcat says, why do you wish someone else drew it? Isn't part of the fun making it yourself? It is. Like, I love being able to draw it. I just, when I see other people, I follow some like art accounts and I'm just like, man, it looks so polished and it looks so beautiful. I'm like, I wonder what Elton or my Bogwarts comics would look when someone that talented will draw it. So I am curious about it. But people say that part of the appeal is that it doesn't, you know, it's kind of cute and like it's like like a 5-year-old drew it. Nayan Parmar asks, do you only work in Java and Python? No, I don't. Like I work in Java and Python, but I, you know, like I do Ruby, I like Rails, whatever you want. I mean, they're synonymous. I do a lot of JavaScript as well. So, you know, when I'm building something like Dumbledore, that is built with Gatsby, React, so it's just like, you know, you're gonna need JavaScript no matter what kind of like web app you build. And I actually probably use JavaScript the most because I just love building things from scratch. And then for machine learning, obviously it's gonna be Python. What else? Well, oh yes, and I've been getting into Flutter for like mobile development. Just because I don't want to take the time to sit down and like learn Swift. I don't see a screwdriver or saw in your hands. I mean, I have a screwdriver and I have a saw. Like, there's my drill there and there's like a bunch of other tools inside that bucket. Made a video on Road to Fang. Like, I feel like it would be a very short video. It shocks me how much material there is on how you could extend it. Like, Road to Fang is like the same road you would get to like pretty much any other company, I think. It's just practicing a bunch of LeetCode questions. Like, as long as you could just, and maybe not LeetCode, maybe you use Cracking the Coding interview, or whatever you use, which ACM people hate, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, to get into a large company, you need a resume that will attract a recruiter, and actually land you an interview. But probably the best way is to like reach out to a friend who actually works at that places that could give you like, pass your resume over and give you a better chance at getting an interview. And then once you get that interview, it's literally just a lot of practice. And then a lot of practice with a little bit of luck, and then you'll get into a Fang company. It's not really a mystery, I guess, is what I'm saying here. I mean, 12 years is cheap. I'm ordering one now. Thank you so much, my mysterious. Where in Europe are you at? Noob TV says, did you learn Airbnb JS style guide? I know that the Airbnb JS style guide is famous. What does it mean to learn it? You kind of just do it. Like you don't have to like sit down and like study it. Yeah, and they also have you'd have like linkers and everything that will catch any of your errors too. Pratik0508 says, yes, it's keep eyes expression. Nayan Parmar says, for Airbnb, what part of the app do you work? I'm gonna probably like hold off on like answering specific questions about the work that I do. Napcat says, why not React Native? You already know React and JS. Flutter was just a lot like, yeah, I mean, it's like I wanted like probably another challenge, and people were saying a lot of good things about Flutter, and my experience with React Native is that it's just not as smooth as building apps in React. And my experience with Flutter has been amazing. And there's this really great, if you want to learn Flutter, I highly recommend the App Brewery class by Angela Yu. That one is great. Like you could skip whatever you want to skip, and then she goes through building a bunch of different side projects, and then really gets you in the hang of like understanding how to build things within the Flutter ecosystem, which is lovely. Very good. Oh my god. I know I should really, my coffee's cold now. What am I? Every time I hear leak code, I cry on the inside. Yes. Ramos Studio says, do you do resume rating? I don't, like, sometimes I do, like when people reach out to me, sometimes I don't. Ramos Studio says, London, but I'm using my US PO box for free shipping. I really wish I could have lower shipping, but shipping is insane. Like it costs like, just for me to ship it to Canada, costs me like $14 to ship. That's why I think that what I did was I had like 4 books to just like break even. Like I don't think I would even, or I guess technically, it wouldn't be me, it would be my sister. Like she won't earn a profit from it at all. Because I mean, the point of this is not for me to make money. Honestly, like I've been just having so much fun, just like designing it and creating a product, and to know that someone out there has this at home is like the best gift ever. So yeah, I don't like, yeah, I'll make my money other ways, and this to me has just been super fun and a great experience. Secretary Goat asked what my coding archetype is. I don't know. Like what is that? What is, like, give me some examples. Geeks always microwave coffee. I guess I am a geek. No, I'm not a geek. I refuse to microwave coffee. I would make a new one before I microwave coffee. Nayan Parmar asks, have I met any of the other software engineer YouTubers? Met how? Pratik0508 at NapCat same, but I started HackerRank questions, gaming, feeling, and hiring challenges. There's one every week to practice. Yeah, I mean that's a great way to get into it. Just practice. Should I finally poly my table? Like I've been talking for so long. We should probably like get started a little bit on this, eh? And my Canadian accent came out. Hey, this is how Uber and Lyft drivers know that I am Canadian. When I start saying A. A. Whoa. Look at that. Alright, let me just adjust my shorts so I don't accidentally flash anyone. Alright, let's poly this. Oh, I can't swear. I really want to play music, so I might actually like listen to some as I do this. Let me just put my headphones on. Sorry, friends. Let me turn on some coffee talk so it looks like I might look like a crazy person, like dancing, and then you guys will be hearing lo-fi. Let me know if the lo-fi breaks off, because sometimes the sound is weird here. Do you hear anything here? I don't even know. Because this is YouTube. I can't say bad words because this is YouTube, baby. I need some Paris Hilton in my life. An accident already. right. Hello. Keep on coding says hi, Bea. Hi, keep on coding. Wait, keep on coding of like YouTube keep on coding? Like and subscribe to keep on coding. You should do it. Mal 2017 says, do you do competitive programming? I do not, but my boyfriend does. Yeah. Steph Curry Goat says that's a really big desk for a tiny girl. Yes. I guess so. Anyway, so I'm just letting that poly kind of like dry up. Put a lot of it, as I should. Oh, I think this part is missing a little bit. Spread that out a little bit more. Okay. Alright, back to my coffee. Let's see. Am I still on? I don't even know. Can you guys hear me? I don't even know. Splash Bro says, are you perma work from home? No, I think we're expected to get back to the office maybe by the end of this year. So not perma work from home. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Good. So I know that you see like white marks throughout, but that should sink in, and we just have to wait for the poly to like cure and dry. Let me just wipe all these sides. It should dry within like 2 hours or something like that. No, I don't really use Gulp. I did at one point. Question, can you hear the coffee talk sounds? Like, could you hear like lo-fi music playing right now? Look at that massive desk. Weird. Alright. So things that I need to fix for next stream. One is that people could only hear the mic from the left side. What's up with that? So only one channel is playing right now for some strange reason. We're gonna have to fix that. The other issue is the fact that you guys don't hear lo-fi music that is safe to play, and I won't get copyright striked. What else should I do? What else is missing? I think the levels of my mic are now better, right? Maybe. Oh, it's okay. You know, I'm gonna finish this coffee and we're gonna call it a day until this poly dries, and then I'll I guess flip it over to the other side. Keep on Coding says, how can we get a copy of the Bogwarts books? You could go on my Instagram, which is the same as it's Coderba, so CODERBA, and then click on the link in bio, and then you could see it on Etsy. Let me show it again. I'm sorry, I'm so proud of, like, this packaging is just so cute. And it's like, I feel like it'll be a good present to give like your coding friends. So far the people I've been giving this to have been enjoying it. So check it out. Game Programmer says, audio is fine. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Some hobbies that I feel like I've seen people get into are learning how to like brew their own beer at home. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna do that. So my girlfriends are learning how to like do their own nails at home. I don't really do it because I don't understand how. Have you seen like kind of like those girls with like super long like gel nails? I can't do it because, you know, like I have to use my hands a lot and code a lot. But I think that's like a really cool and artsy thing to get into. Daniel's been getting into 3D printing, which is awesome. Daniel is like my enemy. Yeah, he's my enemy, and also former roommate, but more so my enemy. Anyway, he's been getting into 3D printing, and he made me like a really adorable little dog for my place. Let me grab it. Oh, look at this thing. Thank you, Daniel. I still hate you, but this is super cute. I really want a 3D printer now. I'm tempted. I think it'll be pretty cool. But anyway, I've been getting into like a bunch of random stuff. And I guess I had time finally to compile all my comics and like make this book. Yes, brewing beer at home is awesome. It is a lot of art. It is an art and a lot of science. Yeah, I could totally see that. I feel like I kind of want to do it. I just don't drink really. So it's probably not like the best hobby for me to get into because I don't think I'd be able to appreciate it. If there was like a bubble tea, or as Californians or Americans like to say, boba, art making, maybe I'll do it. I've also been getting obviously into like some photography as well. Latte art. I spent some time as a barista, and I never really learned how to do a leaf. What is it called? A rosette. A rosetta. Students' t-test is actually developed at Guinness. Wait. I don't think I got that. I'm guessing by guineas you don't mean like a guinea. I think you meant did you mean like Guinness? Like the drink Guinness? And then student, I'm not sure what t-test is. What is t-test? Do you see that? Like the white marks, sorry, the poly is actually like drying right now, and so you'll see that the white will start fading away. And that's something that I learned from like building my own desk, that you just kind of just have to let it sink in and dry. The person this desk is for better appreciate it, or else. That was Izzy is asking, is that a tabletop going on a standing desk? 100%. We're gonna attach, well, first I'm gonna flip it over and then stain the other side and then poly it and flip it over again and then attach the standing legs. It's a lot of work for it's a lot of work for a desk. I mean, if you want, you could just buy everything from one place. That way you don't have to deal with this and you could just attach the legs. But I wanted a massive desk. That's why I'm going through this. And also, see, the nice part about getting your own tabletop is that if you fuck up, you could easily get a new tabletop that will still match. Because there's some things that I want to do, like drill holes into it, drill cable management, just route like different slots so that you could put more cables through. So that's like the reason why I wanted to also get my own tabletop. Ram says, it looks great, haha, he better. Yeah, he better. he better like this desk. That was Izzy says, that's no fun, especially when you're designing up your own place, it's worth the time. I agree. Like, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a theme of like my place. I wanted like a specific color of wood, a specific shade. So I'm definitely having a lot of fun decorating my place. For sure. And people who have come to my place have been like, wow, which always makes me really happy. Oh, I don't know, let me lower the standing desk. So this right now is the null chair. My autonomous is over there, and the reason why I'm not using it right now is because I had to move it aside when my ceiling was leaking, and then I put it too far away for me to pull it, and the null chair was conveniently here. Null is K-N-O-L-L. I went to UBC, British Columbia. I can't see your name. Game Programmer 79. Thank you for adding the 10. The t-test is any statistical hypothesis test in which the test statistics follows the student's t-distribution under the null hypothesis. Oh, that's what you meant. Do you have any woodworking experience, or is it all learn as you go? It's all learn as I go. And a lot of mistakes have been made. But it's really fun. So, I like the experience. Oh, I built my pegboard too. I don't know, like I'll show. I have some photos on my Instagram with like a pegboard behind me. I built that as well. That was really fun. I'm still hands-on with lots of math, deep into AI and video CUDA stuff. We don't use Python or that funky panda stuff. It's funny because I use a lot of that funky panda stuff day to day. Funky panda stuff. NVIDIA is doing well, huh? Well, they're technically, yeah, I think they're having trouble like sending out like a bunch of different GPUs, but they do have like an AI division, machine learning division that seems to be doing particularly well. He's cool. Yeah, I guess everyone's just trying to get that. What is their GPU called? The 3080 was it? 3090. They just can't get enough of them. Yeah, and gamers too. I think there's a lot of people that just want them. How's my table doing? Focus, baby. I'm thoroughly impressed at this camera. Clearly it does autofocus very well. Look at that. You're doing great, sweetie. Good problem to have, I guess, for I don't know if that's a good problem if they can't actually sell them. Like how many people have they driven to AMD? Because of just like the long wait times. I don't know. I'm not too into like this whole world, but I'd assume that there's another company taking a subset of their market share that is just taking over simply because they can't distribute them well. So I can't say that it's like a super good problem to have. Dun, 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 dun. are some of the challenges you faced in your first job, and how do you overcome imposter syndrome? My first job was at Twilio. Some of the challenges. Let me think about this for a second. I can't say I really went through like much of a challenge in terms of adjustment because everyone's so supportive, and when you start your first internship, everyone is like ultra accommodating. Like I thought they would just throw me to the kind of like try to like just get started on something, but there was like a surprising amount of like kind of like care and like ask if you're okay and like stuff like that. I guess I expected it to be like to have a lot more autonomy, like just kind of like hands off, which ultimately became my experience, which I like because I think they also realize that that's kind of like the style of how I like to do things as well. But yeah, they were super accommodating, super nice. I can't say that I went through like a right proper challenge. Internships people are very, very nice and kind. How did you overcome imposter syndrome? For me, and this is not everybody's like experience, but for me it was just heads down and just do the work. Like as in like I'm and like acknowledging that you know I must be here for a reason. Maybe they didn't find someone who could actually like how many people did they I guess interview, and if I just finish the work and do the work, that means and do it well, then that must mean that I should I can be here and I can keep up. So that validation came from finishing the work. And I think that's how I overcame it. And finishing it as quickly as possible. Cold coffee. Great. Late Night with JS said Twilio is doing some amazing things. How is it being a part of Twilio? Oh, Twilio was fantastic. When I was there, their stock was at $27. I regret not taking up their offer. What are they at right now? They must be at like 400 now. Crazy shit, man. Crazy. But yeah, Twilio was fantastic. Like my manager was one of the best managers I've worked with. He's so supportive. My intern manager was great as well. I love Twilio. I love the culture. Their CEO is great. It's just it was phenomenal. Like it was one of the best like kind of like internship experiences out of everything that I've had, and the culture there is great. Larry Bimbola, I think that's your name, or how do you pronounce it? Says, how are you doing and feeling? I hope you are taking care of your, I'm gonna guess this is like my mental health. I think I'm doing alright. Like, obviously it's like very like lonely out here. It's just literally me. But I'm gonna get a roommate tonight. I'm like, oh, I might tear up because I'm just so excited to have someone here. I'm like, I'll be nice to have a girlfriend out here living with me, so I'm very excited. Like I grew up with a lot of people in my house, and it feels so strange to be just so like just alone for 4 months at a time. So I'm very excited. NVIDIA cards are all out of stock because of a simple function to run SHA-256. Like, I don't know the details of this, but thank you for sharing. It does accelerate many other bits of mining, but hash functions are key. Yes, are key. Okay. Late Night with JS said it's over 400. It's over 400. Right. Oh, Tulio, yes. That was Susie says, living alone is great when you can go out and see people whenever, not so much when you can't. Yes, I agree. 100%. That's my face right now. Oh my god. Hi, good afternoon. Are you putting a percentage of your paychecks to Bitcoin? No. I probably should, but I don't. I have some money at Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, but I put money in my 401k. I put money in index funds, put some money in SPY, which seems kind of redundant when I guess you're part of an index fund. And then I play around with Robinhood. I just toss some money in there and then I just put some stuff. My United doing very well. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Maybe I should start putting some money into Bitcoin. Oh, I can't see your name, but hi, can you describe Tulio's culture a bit more? Everyone's just so supportive. Like, it's, I think, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, people are warmer, people seem to generally care about each other more. People, like, you know, with my coworkers, I saw the support that she or he was getting from their managers being full-time, and kind of like the encouragement that they get, and it's just, it's amazing. Like, yeah, I don't know. And everyone's just so kind, and they generally want what's best for you. That's the thing that I saw as well. Like, despite the company itself, they care about you as a person, and they want to see you grow. And I didn't just see this from my experience with my manager. I could see it from other people's experiences as well. My United Airlines, doing well. If you bought at like the dip when it was like $20 when last year, it's doing pretty well now. Put 5% in Bitcoin, trust me. Am I gonna trust? I haven't even seen your face. I don't know. Maybe I'll put, I don't, honestly, I don't know. Greetings from Turkey, hello! That's so cool. It's so cool that I'm getting people from like different countries. That's wild to me. That is honestly wild. I want to go to Turkey. I want to go to Turkey. I used to work at a coffee shop, and some of the Turkish guys would bring over like...
One option is Cyclist Coffee on 7th Street. Does that one sound good?
Sorry, Siri. No.
The second is Boba Jen on 5th Street. Less than a half a mile to your north, and it gets 4.5.
Let's not have Siri tell me stuff. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like just like all of the kind of like travel, like images of like how beautiful Turkey is. My god. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. Who is the best CEO you've worked for? I'm probably not going to answer. I don't really know. I'm not close enough to any CEO. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Bitcoin is like a religion. Once you understand it, you try to convince everyone to join it. Yeah, I mean, that's a vibe I've been getting a lot from like really hardcore like Bitcoiners. Is that what you call them? I don't even. But you know, it's like they're making money off of it, so good for them. I'm all for people making more. Like, why not? I certainly feel like I have enough. Like, I don't even like. I don't know. Where are the other questions coming from? So I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. What next? Bea cooking channel. That will be sorry, that took me a while to process because Bea and cooking doesn't really go together. uh maybe with Daniel. Daniel comes over and he cooks and I try to attempt to help and I try to cut some stuff. But maybe we'll do it. Daniel, if you're watching this, I doubt you are. Cooking channel. Let's do it. Steph Curry is asking, do I play any video games? Not really. I mean, I have a Switch. I have my PC. In my Switch I have Animal Crossing, and whenever a new Pokemon comes out, I play it. I don't really play much games. Late Night with JS says only limited amount of Bitcoin cap will be reached and quantum computing is not far away, so it will crash. How close do you think we are to quantum computing? Is that Lychee Jiang? Any tips for boot campers and new people in tech? Yeah, just do a bunch of projects. Like, make sure your resume is solid and reach out to anybody you know who works at any company and just apply everywhere. Just send over your resume, reach out, apply everywhere, and then practice interview questions. Tommy Boylan is asking, when is the desk tour video coming? I don't know. See, the worst part, I do not like it when people say that YouTubers have it like have no job or whatever. Like, these people work they work more than I do, like just coding and programming. Like like you have to I don't know how they do it. They have to write the script, they have to film, they have to do all the lighting, they have to do all the editing, and it's like, man, it's a lot of work. It's more work than I do as a software engineer, honestly. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but yes, I will likely make a desk tour video. I just don't know when I'll do it. This is basically procrastination for a desk build live stream. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. It's trying, it's not procrastination. I finally actually, there's poly on it. You could see some kind of like milky parts that are still drying. It has to cure. So we're here, having coffee. Have you tried changing your Canadian accent since I've lived in America? Do I have a Canadian accent? Like, what's the difference? You know, people don't know, like, it's pretty funny. People don't know that I'm Canadian until I say A. And I say A a lot. It's just comes out. The Canadian in me. Yeah, I don't know. What is a Canadian accent compared to an American? I miss Canada. Tell me if you're Canadian. Tell me what it's like out there. I need you, moonlight, starlight, I need you. It's nice here in Toronto. Oh, I'm almost done my coffee. It must be cold. I've never been to Toronto, believe it or not. I think I pronounced that correctly. Steph Curry Goat says, do you do any workouts to stay in shape? No. I wish I I told myself. I bought a yoga mat. I'm gonna try. I've been procrastinating on it. I've been delaying it. I'm like, okay, Luca, when you get here, we're gonna work out. And that's when I'll start. But we'll see what actually happens. But no, I mean, I don't really like work out. I should though. Definitely nice out today in Toronto. Good for you. That's lovely. It's probably not as nice in Vancouver. Is the desk you're building available to order online? I am in the States. Or order online in the US? Yes, it is. So I am out here in the States. So I had to get it from a Lowe's out here. It was 270 bucks. And then it's like $89 to deliver, but I ended up getting it for free because they messed it up. So that's pretty sick. Yeah, it's totally available. Look up Hevea, Hevea, butcher block or countertop, and you could get it. Prices might vary, I guess, depending on. No, it's probably all the same. $270. Ramos Series says I'm back and Etsy won't let me buy, giving me weird. Why is it giving you weird errors? See, this is no. Why won't Etsy let you buy? That's strange. Is Etsy down? What kind of errors are you getting? Maybe we could debug this. I was in Clubhouse the other day and someone, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and someone was struggling with their code. And I was like, let me take a look at it, and we fixed it. Literally a random stranger. That was pretty fun. Let's. Okay. Thank you. All right. My coffee is almost done. Any final questions before I end this live stream? You could take a look to see if it's a 500. So if you just click on inspect and click on network tab and then go through the checkout process, you could see what kind of error it would be. Do I enjoy debugging code? Does anybody? I don't know, I write perfect code the first time, so I just want Ramos Series says, I mean, okay. When is your next stream? Well, when this dries, and then I'll flip it over, and then I will stain the other side, and then repeat the process. And then after it's all done, then we'll attach the legs and drill everything in, attach cable management. So this is like a longish process. It'll probably take me another 5-6 days to fully finish this. Okay. Odysseus asks, what is your Twitch channel name? My Twitch channel name is Coderbea, Coderbea. Like and so. What does Twitch do? It's not like and subscribe. What is it? I don't. NVM looks like it was my card, and that he will use another one. Thank you, Ramosterious. Do you have a Discord server, BTW? I do not. I might make one once I finish Dumbledore, but for now I don't have any. Follow and sub. Okay. Follow me on Twitch, friends. follow and sub. And like and subscribe and hit that bell button on YouTube. I think I did that right. There's so many now. There's so many social media. I mean, it's good. Like, I don't want any single app to just monopolize everything. So I think it's great. The thing that I haven't really gotten into yet is TikTok. I don't know if I can. TikTok is a lot. I mean, I could set one up in 5 minutes using my script. It auto creates the whole server. You just need to set up the bots for Discord. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, the thing is, it's like I don't know if I'll be able to maintain and stay active on Discord. So I think that's my issue with it. Two more sips, friends. I need you. And one last. Alrighty. It is just a fun place to have all the community chat together, but it's all good. I understand your point. Yeah, I think eventually I'll definitely start and maybe I'll reach out. But thank you. Thanks, friends. Thank you for joining me in my very long coffee session. I mean, it turned cold at the end of it. And then my desk looks like the milky sections are getting even more dry. The poly is looking good. Luca better be happy about this. And it looks quite nice. I think it matches the existing furniture right now as well. And then we'll continue Twitch streaming whenever I have to make further modifications to this. We still have to stain the other side, condition, stain and poly the other side. We need to drill holes into it. We need to add the legs, the casters. I have to lift this up, so it's gonna be a lot. It's so much work building a desk, but I guess it's worth it. You could make a Discord bot. Their docs are awesome. I'm sure. I mean, they have to be. It'll be, especially given how many people use Discord who aren't necessarily coders. Cool. Peace out. Bye, friends. Bye, friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell button. Follow and sub on Twitch. Check out Etsy if you want a comic book. Money doesn't actually go to me, but you should get one anyway. Super cute. Bye. Okay, how to end stream? It doesn't want me to end. I literally cannot end it. What? What is going on?